All right, I'll try my best to explain how I did this. So, basically, this is a Yamaha 15F clone. If you look up the manual for Yamaha 15F and you look at the manual for this, you download both those manuals, you'll see that it's pretty much a direct copy for, there's some changes in it, but it's pretty much the same. If you look at the motor, pictures of both these motors are pretty much identical. So, what I noticed on this one, before I did all this was it did have the these holes right here where those two bolts are for this bracket. So it already had, I didn't have to do anything to get this bracket to mount on here. That was already, the holes were there, I just bolted it on. So that was easy. But those holes were not there. But if you look down here, you can see, except remote controls, because those indentations are there. So basically, we'll start with the shifter. So I just lined it up the best I could and drilled a hole through there the best I could. I mean, I could fix that all up with some gloss paint. That's not a big deal. So just went in, drilled a hole, and then see if I can get in there. Hold on, my screen went off. So yeah, you see those two screws right there. This just goes, this goes right into those two screw, right into the shifter, and you just screw it in with those two screws. That was pretty easy. However, to get this to shift correctly, I had to go back and forth with this. What is it? With that. So yeah, I would have to like, I would get it to where it would go forward and neutral, but not reverse. Or I'd get it to where it would go reverse, neutral, but not forward. So I just had to keep playing around with this, and adjusting it on the throttle lever as well. Eventually, I got it to where it shifts correctly. So then that was done. But this throttle, this took a lot of back and forth. I'd get it to where it would only go 50% throttle, and then it wouldn't go anymore, and I had to adjust it. Loosen this. This loosens. So you want to definitely loosen this so this is not as stiff, and that helped adjust this. And then also on the original Yamaha, there's a little bit more meat right here on the original. And I'll try to put some pictures in here of the original and this one so you can see what I'm saying. So what I had to do is I had to use because this one's thinner, because there's like a bump out on the original. This just doesn't have that bump out right here with the metal. I had to use a TV wall mount spacer right there. That's what that black thing is. Um, so this basically just this basically goes. Let's see if I can get that in there. Hopefully that shows up. And then it goes to this rod. On when I drilled this hole, I was probably a millimeter or two too low. So I had to make this. I had to make my own rod, a longer one than the one that came with the kit. So I had to make that a little bit longer. And then again, it just took some back and forth fidangling to get this all dialed in correctly. Um, so yeah, this is it. Just a lot of back and forth. And then also this motor has the remote start, well, not the remote start, the electric starter, which is what this is. It's got the electric starter. I'll put a link in the description for that too. And then the other thing I had to do was the choke. This I had to completely do myself. There's no other option. So I just took one of these remote control cables, linked it in there, and then yeah, excuse the zip ties. The plastic thing broke, but it does it will pull on it. Let me see if I can. I don't have a tripod, but it will pull on that. Let me see if I can pause this. So here I am shifting forward. So it's in forward, and here's the throttle going. Throttle going. All right, here's we going back to neutral. The neutral. Here we go into reverse. Reverse. Again, forward. This is neutral. Forward. See, look at that. Forward. Neutral. Forward. Neutral. Here's reverse. All right, I'm back to neutral. And here's me pulling on the choke. Let's see if we can get this. Choke's kind of hard to pull on. See, there's the choke. Choke and electric start. Electric start. All right. Hope you guys find this video helpful. I'm not a YouTuber, so I'm just someone trying to share some information. Any questions, just put them in the comments. I'll do my best to respond to all that.
These two photos shows the choke and how I connected it. Basically took a coupler, drilled a hole through it, and was able to link that to the choke on the motor. These are screen grabs from a I believe it's Russian video I found on here. Very, very helpful video. Credit to him. Definitely check out his video. Link is in the description.